Alright, good evening everybody. This is another live severe weather briefing. I am Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you in the region Illinois Weather Media Center right now. We're tracking a strong line of thunderstorms in St. Louis. Has a history of producing wind damage, so we're back live with you. So we got this stream into the page in YouTube. So let me zoom into this new severe thunderstorm warning that goes into effect, and this just got added. Let me see what we got. And it looks like it did it. Let me check, but this line is capable of producing wind damage. It just goes through at 5:57, just about a few minutes ago. Severe thunderstorm located line extending from Lake Neal to near the lake to the lakes near Marshallville, Lake Matthews to near dark moving at 40. So this thing is booking at 40 miles an hour. Hazards 70 miles of wind gusts and penny-sized hail. So I'm checking with Ian. He said they issued a new warning for the Illinois. They about to have one for us too. So since we're in warnings more often, I'm going to change this because this line does have a history of producing wind damage. So we're in storm mode now. So definitely this whole line is capable of radar circulation. This line storms has down trees and snap power posts. So this is an area where you definitely need to be in your safe spot. So we'll put velocity up. Very strong to damaging straight line winds. So on the device, you need to be into a low. This is not the time to go to your tornado safe spot. I recommend you just get away from the windows in case that tree will fall on top of you. I can't rule out a tornado or a funnel cloud or anything like that, but this is looking like more of a high wind threat. So we definitely need to be keeping that in mind. Severe thunderstorm warning about going into effect into about 6:45 for parts of Franklin counties and South Central St. Louis and Ware counties and Gossendale counties. So this line is really capable of producing some wind damage with it, and I'm really concerned about it. So we'll put in velocities and checking for echo tops. Folks, these are powerful storms, and I'm concerned if it holds together, being Crocodile and Arnold. If it holds together, you guys will be under a warning also too. So just give me a second. I gotta do something here in a minute, folks. It's kind of hard doing it by myself right now. So just forecaster in is typing in the chat. My aunt is getting ready to get slammed by 80 miles of wind. So definitely that you don't need to be outdoors. This is dangerous. Hold on a second. Is that in St. Louis? So just a second. I'm going to add Isaac Schaff in here just in case he wants to come in. So Ian said his aunt is getting about 80 miles per wind, so that's just enough to cause some significant problems. So we definitely want to be aware of that in the St. Louis Metro. If you live in the St. Louis Metro, you definitely probably want to be in a safe spot. So we're going to continue to keep things going this evening. I'm going to leave the page up because each time we just not have to take it down to this. Do we think the line of storms are going to be weakening? And it looks like they're not going to for a little while. So right now, I'm going to try to have to send the links again because they didn't go through. Try this. Just a second here. I'm gonna put that. All right, we're back on air. Just taking a look here, looking at radar. That severe thunderstorm warning will go into effect, and that this line of thunderstorms is very strong with very heavy rainfall. And just waiting on the chat to come up so we could get everything going here. Any new reports? Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm back. We're on air still. In-cities crossed the river just to see what it's doing. Still tracking the strong thunderstorm. Severe thunderstorm warning will go into effect here around 6:45. So we'll probably keep the map up. Very strong, intense winds. This could be 70. So checking for hail with this. It's just not going to be a lot of hail with this one, but there could be some. But the main threat I'm concerned with is very strong winds. We could see winds gusting up to 70, maybe close to 80 at times, and that's could cause some significant problems. Because when you get that, you can get 70 notches sometimes, and that's could cause some issues. And out here in Missouri, we had some reports out here in Unity, Missouri, just a lot of places in Missouri, like Jackson, Missouri. I know it's out of our viewing area. We're having reports of 75 miles, almost 78 miles of wind. This is where we're going to get into some trouble with some wind damage. Is going to be the problem. So if you're in the line, you definitely need to be sheltered. I'm gonna tell these people again. We have storms moving into parts of St. Louis, and we could see a severe thunderstorm warning just for St. Louis counties too, and Fairview Heights. You gotta be ready. Shiloh, you gotta be ready. Muscoda, you gotta be ready. If it holds together, be moving towards Oakville, you gotta be ready. Nashville, if it holds together, I'll be concerned about you. This storm over here, then it holds to Jefferson County, and if it cuts through Wayne, we'll just have to see what it does. Right now, I'm just to pay attention, take one thing at a time, but this is why I'm a little concerned. I'll take the warnings off, and I'll show you why. Back out. We have an intense line of thunderstorms had just developed this afternoon, like a complex of storms. This is why we've been having all the weather. It's because this line here is why we've been having it. That's why we've been telling you this line is capable of producing wind damage, and that's why the severe thunderstorm watch is in effect at 10 p.m. If it continues, we could have another one, but I think this line will be here by then. So we'll continue to take a look here on the severe thunderstorm warning, and you can see very intense winds. So, I mean, this is like 50s. So this severe thunderstorm warning will go through 6:45 and that expire. So, and power poles could go down if you live in Troy, Cave. I mean, up here, this area is under a severe thunderstorm warning, and that's why we're continuing to watch these sales as they continue. So we will continue to watch this. We're not going to close down the stream quite yet. I'm going to keep it up, but this is what's concerning me out here. I'm going to put this in Kansas here. Now, this is a ways away, so you don't have to be concerned quite yet. I'm going to put our tracks on this. Well, that's going to miss us, so we'll have to see. But the stuff in St. Louis is what's concerning me right now for the potentially of strong to damaging straight line winds. That's what's concerning me, is that stuff in St. Louis. And we'll have to see what else happens. So our northern counties could get hit by this, like parts of St. Louis, Belleville. Belleville looks like part of it will hit you. Up to the north, I don't have really any big concerns about it. But this new severe thunderstorm warning right here will expire eventually. So we will continue to keep you informed. I'm going to leave the stream up for a little bit. And we see any new damage, we will pop on to let you know.